Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Gizmobeep. And did I just forget something? Yes, I forgot to remove my helmet, and that's because I have the Qubo Bike Cam Pro mounted right here on top of the helmet. So the best thing about the bike dash camera, which I'm going to show you in this video, is that the mount on the helmet is itself its on and off switch. Basically means the camera itself doesn't get any on and off button. Rather, as soon as you mount the camera on top of the helmet, the dash cam starts recording videos automatically, and whenever you want the camera to turn off, just press this button and pull the dash cam out, and it pretty much stops recording and turns off. So this is the beauty of the Qubo Bike Cam Pro, which I have been testing out for like the past 1 week to 10 days, and there are several important features about this camera which you should know before you actually decide on purchasing this. Starting off with the fact that this shoots a full HD plus 1296p resolution at not 25 fps, rather shoots at 30 fps. The next best thing about this camera is that this gets a 2000 mAh battery, which will give you close to 5 to 6 hours worth of footage if you turn on the smart saver mode, which basically means it turns off the Wi-Fi of this camera after 4 minutes of the camera turning on. But if you turn off the smart saver, you'll get about 3 to 4 hours worth of battery backup, and that's still good. Another excellent thing about this camera is that this supports memory cards up to 1 TB. That's practically unlimited storage for any of your jerseys. Probably the battery will run out, but the memory card will still have some space left to it if you do insert a 1 TB memory card. Another excellent thing about this camera is that this is IP66 weatherproof rated, which means spills and splashes and some amount of drizzling rain, this can handle it like a champ. Basically because this gets a rubber seal right here, so you have the memory card protected inside, and that makes it a better choice, a good value for money choice within this price bracket. This also gets a type C port at the back for charging. Now do note that the charging 0 to 100 might take about 2 to 3 hours, but once it's charged it will surely run for like 4 to 5 hours if you have turned on the smart saver mode. That being said, you also get some LED indicators to provide you some level of information regarding the status of the camera, the recording status, the charging status, or memory card corrupt status. Basically you can take a look at that in the rest of this video. This also gets about 120 to 130 degrees field of view, should be sufficient enough for day-to-day bike rides. That being said, I think many of you have been looking for a bike dash camera because most of us use bikes in our car rather than cars, and having a bike dash camera is more necessary than having a camera for your car. And I think the budget option from Qubo, the Bike Cam Pro, is an excellent choice considering the fleet of features this camera has with the support of the Qubo Pro app, which you can integrate, which you can seamlessly connect with the Dashcam, and all this coming in at a price of less than 4,000. You should definitely consider this Dashcam as your next bike dash camera. That being said, this was just a quick overview. If you're someone who wants to get into the detail of this bike camera, the rest of the video is just for you, because in this video I covered the detailed unboxing, also show you the detailed app setup for the Bike Cam Pro, along with showing you how to install this bike cam on top of your helmet, or rather some other different ways of mounting this dash camera on your helmet. So go ahead and watch the rest of this video to understand everything you need to know about the Qubo Bike Cam Pro. And by the time you finish watching this video, if you are convinced that this one's the right one for you, the purchase link is given right down below in the description. So without wasting any more of your time, let's jump on straight into the unboxing and show you what this is all about. Let's take a look. So here's the Qubo Bike Cam Pro, and you have this picture of this smart bike dash cam, and it says ride on, recording on. It also highlights the Qubo app, which basically is a one app giving you total control. You can browse and download your recorded adventures, and you can personalize your settings as well. So on the other side of the box, they have highlighted some features that it records everything on your ride, video evidence against accidents, proof for hassle-free insurance claims, and proof against incorrect challenge. So all these points are very crucial, very valid, and very important. And that's why having this Bike Cam Pro, basically a bike dash cam, is mandatory, and everyone riding a bike should and must have this. On the bottom, some other features are highlighted. So this gets a 3 megapixel sensor with a full HD plus 1296p resolution, gets a wide angle view, gets better low light performance, is waterproof, very important because you might be driving, or should I say riding the bike in the rain, supports up to 1 TB SD card, so you'll have practically a limitless storage, and supports Wi-Fi connection. So this gets a 2000 mAh battery built in inside, so this means you can have up to 360 minutes of battery life with this dash camera. 360 minutes adds up to about 6 hours worth of battery life. So the first thing which you get in the box is kind of a user guide, and within this you get all the details regarding the device, about how to start off the device, how to download the Qubo Pro app. Then you have the smart features of this bike, and you also get a QR code to download the user manual, warranty policy, and related stuff. So very important and crucial for first time users. And finally, here is the Bike Cam Pro. You get this Qubo branding right on top. You get various LED notifications. The camera itself is quite compact, so as you can see, it comes within the palm of my hand. You have this 3 megapixel sensor right at front. You have this memory card slot right here, which gets a rubber seal, so very important because to protect it from water and wind and stuff. At the back you get a type C port for charging. At the bottom you have this mount which you have to adapt onto your helmet. So a very compact, mini sized, not a much heavy, kind of a lightweight bike dash camera. So let's move on and take a look at what else is inside the box. So you have this mount which you can attach to your helmet, and it has this very wide and broad 3M sticker at the bottom for proper adhesion. So once it's stuck on the helmet, all you need to do is just slide this bike camera and it fits right on top of it. So as soon as you place the camera on the mount, it automatically starts off recording. So as you can see here, if I just push it into its place, the light turns on and the camera starts to record. So this means you can easily put it on your helmet and the camera will start recording automatically. And whenever you just want to take it out, just press this button and slide out the camera so that it stops recording. So very simple in and out plug and play process for the bike dash cam. You also get this USB type A to type C cable for charging. You get an extra 3M sticker for the helmet mount. At the bottom you also get a mic right below the lens. You also get this SIM ejection tool. Basically, you can probably use the reset slot which is given right below the memory card slot right here if you want to reset the device. So the user guide provides some indication regarding the LED lights, and it says if red light is blinking continuously, it's ready to pair. Green blinks continuously, which means low battery or charging. Then blue steady for 10 seconds and turns off, which means video recording is on. If blue is blinking continuously, SD card not inserted. Red and blue blinks continuously, SD card is not supported. So on the user guide, it also gives you a QR code for the Qubo Pro app and says set up the account and follow the instructions on the app for commissioning the device. So before you actually start off using this dash cam, let's peel off the sticker from the lens. Let's also insert a memory card into the memory card slot. So let's scan the QR code that's been given on this user guide. So this takes us to the Qubo Pro app on the Google Play Store. So let's click on the add new button, scroll down and select the Bike Cam Pro. So it says plug in your bike cam and check for red LED light blinking to proceed. Alright, so let's connect the bike cam with the provided USB cable. So the Type-C port has been given at the back. Let's connect into it. So now as you can see, the red light is turned on and says red light should start blinking. Let's wait for the light to blink. Let's click on continue. Let's click on open settings, Qubo Bike Cam. Let's enter the password. So now it says to enable location. Let's enable that. So now it says device has been found. Let's click on that. So device name, let's name it bike cam. It's asking me to set a password. Let's set a password. Click on continue. Now it says setup has been completed and the bike cam is ready to go. So now on the app, it's giving an option to select the device mount orientation. So it says set the mount orientation to ensure your videos always play straight. So we have to select how we are planning on mounting this dash cam. You can either mount it on the helmet or even the handlebar with probably an attachment. So I'll be selecting the top option because I'll be installing this dash cam in a top orientation. Let's click on save. And as you can see right now, the dash cam is currently streaming on my smartphone, and this is the view right here. So you can head into the settings of this dash camera. So have the first option, that's the audio recording. Then you have the smart saver mode, and if you enable that, cam Wi-Fi will be on for 4 minutes to connect and then turns off to save battery. To turn on the Wi-Fi, restart the bike cam by removing the mount clip or power cable. Wi-Fi will turn on again for next 4 minutes. So that is the super saver mode. Basically, Wi-Fi will disconnect after 4 minutes. You can disable this. Device mount orientation, you can of course change it later on. And of course, then you also have the SD card storage option. Then you have the about device. Then you have the time zone. Then you have the software update for it. It says version is up to date. Then you have the device restart, factory reset, and remove device option for this bike cam. So this is it. Very simple, straightforward, easy to use, and a budget option for your bike. So you can stick this basically anywhere on the bike as well, on the helmet or on the handlebar. Basically, you have to select the proper kind of an orientation within the app just so that the video comes out properly. So let's quickly move on and install this and see how this works out. So here's my helmet and here is the Qubo Bike Cam Pro. So one thing to note is that in my helmet there is a straight line running in the middle, which means if I try to like stick this camera right in the middle of the helmet, it will have a slight rocking effect. So as you can see here, there is a gap between the tape and the surface of the helmet. So if I do like install it right here, the installation won't be proper and the gum like won't completely adhere and will probably cause some issues in the future. And one more thing which you have to note is that, let me just zoom out, you have to open up the visor of your helmet and make sure that the visor doesn't hit the bike camera which is mounted on top. So you have to open the visor and check how far the visor is moving up so that it doesn't directly hit the dash cam which would be mounted on top. So you need to make sure two things, that is a visor and the adapting surface. So let me just go ahead and peel off the sticker from the bottom of the mount. There you go, the sticker is peeled off, and let me just finally one more time check for the visor position, and here you go, the visor is now sufficiently far away from the dash cam mount. Putting it back in, let me just slightly try and align it towards the center and then stick the mount to its place. Apply pressure so that all the sticking surface like properly sticks onto the helmet and there is no kind of a gap anywhere. All you need to do is just slide in the dash cam and you're ready to go. So the dash cam is now successfully mounted on top of the helmet and this is how it looks. Doesn't move about. The firm grip of the 3M sticker is quite good. So that's it. This is pretty much a simple and a straightforward installation of the Bike Dashcam Pro from Qubo. So now let's show you the video samples from this camera and see how this works out. So the Qubo Bike Cam Pro shoots at 1290p resolution with 30 fps, about 10,000 kbps of bitrate and 69 MB per minute of file size. And what's really impressive about this video is its ultra wide angle, enough to cover basically every activity and every incident right in front of the camera. Has a good field of view, has good clarity. Not the best out there, but still workable considering this comes at a price of 3 to 4,000 rupees. It covers the front area, the front portion of the bike, gives you a good view of the road, and basically in tight spaces just like what you saw right now, this bike camera would be an ideal choice to have because any insurance issues, any challenge, any false challenge issue might be recorded using this camera and will be a very practical and a very useful bike accessory which you must and should buy if you're owning a bike and you want to keep yourself and your bike totally safe. So the Qubo Bike Cam Pro surely has impressed me a lot with its plethora of features for a budget price, and this is something which I would definitely consider for my bike as a budget option. So if you are interested in grabbing this, as said previously, the purchase links are given right down below in the description. Why waste time when you can grab some discounts in the Great Indian Festival sale which is going on right now. So go ahead, grab this dash cam and make your next bike ride totally safe and totally secure. See you in the next one.